I need somebody to heal, somebody to know, somebody.
You are welcome on Akuda Talk Show. Relationships between mothers-in-laws and their daughter-in-laws has this rift between them. Why don't father-in-laws have problems with their daughters-in-laws? We have Bishop in the house today to answer most of the questions for her. Bishop, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Bishop, there's this thing that is bothering me, and a lot of people ask. This rift between mother-in-laws and daughter-in-laws. You can see that daughter-in-laws don't have any problem with father-in-laws. A father-in-law can go into her daughter-in-law's kitchen, do whatever he wants to do, but when it comes to the other side, there's always a problem. Why?
Well, thank you for having me. I have heard this statement, and it looks like it is true somehow that women are their own enemies. Unfortunately, yes, like you're saying, I have been called into some of these issues where you have a wife married to a son whose mother, the mother-in-law, becomes a problem. Now let us put it in the right perspective. Not all mothers do that, but there are cases where you have situations like that, where the mother of the husband comes into the home of the son who is married and begins to create all kinds of mayhem, unfortunately. Now, they do that because to them, they own their sons, and forever he remains their sons. Now, let me make a few mention of some of these things. When you have a mother who feels that I have suffered enough, I have sacrificed enough, and the rest like that to bring my son to this level. Now, you don't come and use marriage to whisk him from my hands. He is coming from a family. You don't alienate him from his bloodline and his background. Many mothers have that notion, and some too think that they still have a say and a role to play in their son's life, though he is married. Therefore, they come and they still want to position themselves and try to have their way. There are some mothers that the bond between themselves and their children is such that there are some sons, they are mama's boy, and because the mothers know the way their sons are, sometimes the mothers feel their sons cannot do without them. Therefore, wherever they are, everywhere they've gotten to, they still want to have an influence, have a role to play in their lives, to the extent that they want to show which food he likes, how you should prepare it, how you should handle him, and the rest like that. To be very honest with you, some mothers are so troublesome that they would not just give you peace. No, it wouldn't happen.
But Bishop, going on, is it wrong for a mother to be that caring? That is the setting they've grown from. Why do we see it a problem?
Akuda,
Must we see it a problem?
Akuda, I don't get you. Which one is that?
Can't we live with it?
That?
I am a mom who has 3 boys, and I have this connection with them. So growing old, I don't see it as a problem if I should suggest to my daughter-in-law, this is how I see it, that you should appreciate it.
There is a difference between suggesting, wanting to help and assist, but you don't suggest by throwing your weight. You don't suggest by making it look as if she that had been married knows nothing. You know everything. When you carry yourself in that manner, you become a problem and a trouble. Don't forget, everything that the man wants to a large extent has been communicated to the wife. The two have become one. Whatever thing your son loves, likes over the period, taste could change. Are you getting it? Taste and preferences could change with time. And any other thing can also influence that. So you coming with your archaic mentality when your son was a boy. He is no more a boy. He is a man. When he was a boy, you had the audacity, he was under your control for you to direct him and the likes. Now he is a man. He decides, he calls the shots. But you come in and you want to throw your weight on the woman because you see her as, sometimes mothers see such women, such daughters, as gold diggers.
But some are gold diggers.
Well, we can accept that, but let them be. If you want to play a role to salvage the situation, you deal with your son. Okay, you help your son, and you must be decorous. You must handle yourself in such a way that you win their respect. You don't come and do it as if they don't even know what they are into. Hello, no.
But Bishop, even if the mother is this troublesome, why do we see it's a problem? Why don't we see it the other way? That is my question.
No, Akuda, you see, let's call a speed a speed. All right. Bible says in the book of Genesis 2, Bible says that for this cause, for this reason, the son will leave the father and mother, cleave to his wife, and the two shall become one. Now, I believe that. You must get to that point of realization and accept the fact that my baby, my boy has become a man. And he must cleave to his wife, and the two must become one and start their family. I will, as a parent, I will play a role, maybe an oversight responsibility from afar, where I want to check and help them not to get it wrong. Because experience has a lot to teach. They are now coming. But you don't go through your weight. You don't go rubbish whatever thing the woman is doing, as it were. You don't check your son. You should check your son. The way he might be talking to his wife. You should check your son. The way he might be treating his wife. You should check your son. Certain things that he does which doesn't augur well. You don't just go there and feel that this is my son, so I'm going to control the woman. You don't. It is not done. It is unaccepted for you to feel that, let us see the other way around. Which other way is there? There is no other way. You are going there to create mayhem. Do you know that they do these things and eventually it ends up that there is confusion? They rather create confusion because they still want to play the role in the life of the man or the son as though he is still under their tutelage. No, that is
a son will always remain a son in the life of a mother. To the extent that some daughter-in-laws would be fighting for the front seat of their cars.
Now,
but for crying out loud, she's just coming to stay for like a month or two. Why don't we just allow her that space? When she's gone, she's gone. Why must it become a rift between the two of you? Then you now be struggling. Who sits here? Who sits there? That is why I'm asking. Why can't we look at it from the other angle?
There is no other angle in this matter. There's no other angle. You are coming there to stay a month or two for what?
That's it.
No, for what? Visit.
Yes.
Really?
She's feeling lonely.
Lonely?
Yes.
Okay. Accepted. When you came, do you know your place?
The mother can never know her place.
No, she must know her place. It's important she knows her place. Her place is not the bedroom of the couple.
She wants to see if everything is okay.
No. I mean, that is unfortunate.
I've once met a case. The mother-in-law enters the bedroom to see. She tells you she wants to see if where the son is sleeping is clean.
Is she a witch? Now you do some of these things.
She wants
and then when you are called,
check.
You see, when you are called a witch, you said, hey, for crying out loud, what do you want in their bedroom? When your boy was a baby, his place was your bedroom, was on your bed. When he was a boy, a son, under your tutelage, under your roof, he had direct access into your bed or onto your bed. But you would agree with me that it got to a time, he mustn't cross the line. Even in the home, he mustn't cross the line. Now he is a man. He is no more a boy, for crying out loud, Akuda. He is now a man. You must give him his privacy. He must have his secret place. And that place he shares with his wife. Hello? You were once a wife like that. newly married or so, living with your husband, would you have accepted that? Okay, if you were treated that way, did you like it? If not, please let us allow peace to reign and stop poking our nose into their affairs. Now, hear this. When you want to play a role to ensure that it goes well with them, dialogue is good. Dialogue, you can even do it from afar. When you do this dialogue, the woman, the wife, who happens to be your daughter, will respect you more, will respect you highly because of your suggestion, because of your advice, because of what you do in helping her to be able to get it right. The idea is that you are helping her to be able to get it right. You understand her as a woman. But it looks as though mothers or mother-in-laws, which are other mother-in-laws or mothers-in-law, whichever, style is okay. They tend to act as though they are super mothers, super wives, and for that matter, their son's wife is nothing to write home about. Now, when you do this,
Bishop will come back again.
It's not
but
fair.
there is this saying that akola die obi ayebida, but penyin die obi anyebida. So if the mother sees that she's seen something you don't know,
but how to go about it?
no, she's seen something you don't know. Bishop will be right back on this case. I still want to know why they would be fighting over the front seat. Bishop, if you find yourself in that situation, what will you do? We'll come back and then we'll start it down.
I hear you.
We'll be right back.
I need somebody to heal, somebody to know, somebody to.
Welcome back. We still want to know why they would be fighting over the front seat of the car. Bishop, if my mother-in-law wants to sit at the front seat, why can't like the wife understand and then sit at the back? It's just for a few minutes or hours. Why would they be fighting over the front seat?
That is unfortunate.
Bishop, if you find yourself in that situation, what will you do?
I won't find myself in such situation because
Worst case scenario.
no. I mean, the line is already drawn. Who sits in the front seat had been predetermined before my mother.
But the
came.
front seat, who is it for?
You see, I could have maybe, I don't know if we have time to really go into some of these things properly, because what I see is that you have situations and scenarios where wisdom, which must come to play, is absent. The strength which must be applied is nowhere to be found. It is non-existent. And the knowledge, the understanding, you name it, that must be, as it were, used in situations like this, nowhere to be found. Nobody goes into it. So it's a confusion galore. Very unfortunate. Now, this shouldn't be. Why should front seat become a problem in the first place? That who is the front seat for? What is it? What is it about front seat? For crying out loud. What is it about front seat?
One feels entitled to the front seat.
So
Mother also
it
feels entitled to
It
the
is the
front seat.
understanding of what the front seat is to them. Have you seen a wealthy man sitting in front before?
No,
Have you seen a president sitting in front before?
no.
Have you seen a CEO sitting in front before? So it is their perception about who should be at the front seat. If the mother thinks that the front seat is hallowed, that is why. If the wife thinks that the front seat is hallowed, that is where they have a problem. But if you think that the back seat is the real deal, why do you go fight over front seat? For crying out loud. When I see this thing, I'm like, hello. This infantile, this childish, this ignorant moves, it's sickening at the end of the day. Anytime I see it, I'm like, hello, what is going on here? And I see the man involved in this melee, he doesn't know what to do. I see the wife angry. I see the mother-in-law into. I'm sorry. These are a bunch of confused people who have missed everything altogether. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I
It
mean,
leaves the car front seat to the kitchen. And then to some, the mother-in-law doesn't have a place in the kitchen. She also wants to cook. She also wants to use the kitchen. So who owns what?
Use the kitchen for what?
To cook.
For who?
All of them.
How?
Oh, like she has come around and she wants to.
Who invited her in the first place?
Sometimes they come unannounced.
Who ordered her in the first place?
She just
No,
wants to
I'm
help.
talking about the kitchen. She's come, no problem. Who invited her into the kitchen?
She just wants to help.
Who ordered her into the kitchen?
Nobody orders
Who
mothers to go
says
around.
she is needed in the kitchen? Who said that? All right. She just wants to help.
Yes.
So let her help. Help means you take orders. Help means you suggest. Help means that you only observe what is being done. You don't give orders.
That is her son's home.
So let her go give orders in her husband's home. That one too is a home. You see, Akuda, when you treat your son as a boy, what do you expect the wife to do to him? We've never thought about this. Anytime you treat your son, a mother, you treat your son as a boy, you are influencing the wife to treat the husband same as a boy. You will not see it today, but you will see it tomorrow. If you want your son to be a man that must be revered, valued, and respected by the wife, do same. Respect him as a man. Your son, yes, but respect him as a man. That must take decisions. That must be in charge, be in control. Let him be the master of the home. Don't treat him as a boy, lest you give your in-law the chance and the opportunity. You empower her gradually to also come at a point in time. Treat your son as a boy. Don't turn and come later in life and come and suggest and come and say all kinds of things as though this woman you married is not good because he is not even respecting you. Did you respect your son who is now a man? Now we will not think about that. We will always want to look at, he will remain a son. Hello? That time when he was a boy under your control, that time has passed. When you were in charge of his life, you were controlling, you were deciding for him. That time is past. He is now a man. Listen. Paul said in 1 Corinthians 13, Paul said, when I was a child, I spoke as a child, I thought as a child, I understood as a child. That is why when he was your son a boy, you knew certain things he would do, right? So you were in charge of him, helping him, because we are told, 22:6 Proverbs, he said, train up a child in the way he should go. So he was under your tutelage, you were training him. Now that he has become a man, he said, I put away childish things. Therefore, honor your son that he is now a man and give him that space to control, to be in charge. He is the master of his home. When you do that, you will even help the wife to submit to the husband. Now, let me tell you this. Any mother who does that to the son has been doing same to her husband.
Hey, this is serious. Bishop. I said when they can see.
It shock you.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Bishop, let me come back to it again. But whose fault is it? Is it through the counseling that we are supposed to educate them to know? Everybody should know their place. Because as for mothers, dear, they will forever remain mothers. I think maybe from our generation going, like we are educating now, it will change. But the ones we have in the system, it is just the archaic things they do. So what advice would you give to daughters-in-laws who find themselves in this situation?
Akuda, you see, yes, in a nutshell, let mothers realize that they will remain mothers. Their sons will remain sons who keeps transforming. Right? If you understand this, I am done. He was a boy, a baby, a boy. He is now a man. Remember, he is no more. Understand, he is no more a boy. He is now a man. Treat him as a man. If you have been treating your husband as a boy, then you would treat, as for your son, they are all God have mercy.
But Bishop, some men forever remains boys.
Men will remain boys not because they are not men, not because he is not a man. He is a man. He is in charge. No, let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. Let women as mothers know their place in their son's life. And when their sons keep growing and they become man and they marry, let mothers first and foremost regard, value, and honor their sons as men so that their wives would learn from that and submit to their own husbands. That's okay.
Happy Mother's Day to all mothers, not necessarily being a biological mother anyway. We want to celebrate you all. We want to say a little shout out to Beam Light Movement, Akuda Talk Show, Akuda Special Sobolo, Licious Beauty Parlor, Joy Impartation Ministry. Thank you. Until we come your way again next week, I am Akuda. Let's get talking.
I need somebody to hear.